Give a little bit, give a little bit of your love to me. I'll give a little bit, I'll give a little bit of my love to you. There's so much that we need to share. Send a smile to show you care. I'll give a little bit, I'll give a little bit of my life for you. So give a little bit, Give a little bit of your time to me. See the man with the lonely eyes. Oh, take his hand, you'll be surprised. I'll give a little bit of your love to me. I'll give a little bit of my life to you. Now's the time that we need to share, so find yourself. We're on our way back home. Oh, going home. Don't you need to feel at home? Oh, yeah, we got it.
Oh my goodness, that was wonderful. I was here chair dancing like this the whole time. Oh, well,
Thank you.
Welcome everyone. And I can't think of a better welcome than that song, just to get the energy going. This community is so amazingly blessed to have Pierre. I just met him last week and I'm already completely smitten with his voice and with his ability to mix online, which is not that easy. To sound that full and that rich is really such a blessing for an online service. And I've seen huge centers with the big knobs and the buttons all over the place still not sound that good. So thank you so much. And as I said, I couldn't stop dancing.
Oh, good. I'll keep you dancing later.
Okay. All right. I look forward to you coming back in a few.
Okay.
Well, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for being here. We have a wonderful service in store, and I am so pleased because this is my very first time speaking here. So I am extremely excited and delighted you're here. And even though I can't see you, I have a sense that you look fabulous. So with that energy of the music, with the song that we just heard, and with this idea of fabulousness, let's just do an opening prayer to set the tone and the energy for what is about to unfold. So what I know is there is an energy that is present here, and it is so palpable that it is reaching between you and I, and every single person who is watching now, and even those who have not watched yet but will watch later, that there is a connection that is flowing so beautifully here, and it carries the service forward in such a lovely, lovely way. And that each person who is attending here today receives a gift that is just for them. So it is with an incredible sense of gratitude, I simply say, and so it is. Yes. So that just anchors in that energy that we know when our word is spoken, it is so, and we leave no room for doubt. So I'm going to invite Hester in right now, who's going to do a beautiful, beautiful meditation to continue to raise the vibration and the energy and deepen that connection between us. Welcome, Hester.
Thank you, and good evening, Dr. Laurie. It is indeed a pleasure meeting you and also our audience for this evening. My meditation is based on our theme for this month. I stand in the freedom to choose the life I desire. When I first read the theme, the word freedom literally hit me in my gut as I remembered some of the choices I've made in the past, based on trusting others instead of myself to do what was best for me. Those influencers are everywhere: the media, the workplace, family, friends, and the list goes on. I wondered, where was Hester? But I suspect that she was living in the outside world, busy extinguishing fires in her life due to her lack of self-awareness of possessing this freedom and will to choose. I am now continually working on the inside to heal the side effects from working on the outside for so long. So to all people out there that may be suffering from high blood pressure or a sense of loss in the maze of life, I invite you to join me in this meditation. If you are feeling wonderful about life, give it a try anyway, so as to develop a deeper and a higher sense of awareness and consciousness, because it is never too much. So remember to stay in the energy of peace and quiet for the next 15 minutes. Sit up straight as you elongate your spine. Pull your shoulders slightly back and relax. If you are lying down, keep your body straight in a perfect alignment as you can, so energy can flow freely. You may now close your eyes if you wish to do so. I invite you to think of a choice you made that you regret because you felt it did not come from within. Your intuition said no, but you made a yes decision, therefore leaving a terrible feeling in your stomach. Or an unexpected choice that was forced upon you. Think of that choice as rendering you hopeless and choiceless. How do you feel if you made these choices based on your own innate values, your own self-worth, your unique style, while listening to the channel of your intuition? This choice is the moment you will experience the freedom, the ease and grace of pure divine consciousness that will lead you to your state of grace. We will now begin our meditation. Let us focus on 5 deep cleansing breaths as we follow its rhythm from our nostrils to your abdomen, and then to your chest, and out of your nostrils or mouth. Let's try it again. Follow the rhythm from your nostrils to your abdomen, then to your chest and out of your nostrils or mouth. Take your time and do it 2 more times. and gently return back to your natural rhythm of breathing. Feel free to do a quick mental scan to observe for any tightness or discomfort that has or forming in your body. Relax and breathe into it. Then get back slowly once again to your natural breathing. I now invite you to sink your body deeper into your chair or bed. As you envision yourself being supported by the warmth of loving divine spirit or pure vibrational energy. Floating around you, below and above you. Wrapping with confidence, love, peace, and joy. Remember the times in your life when you handed control to others to make choices for you. Divine Spirit was always there, gently guiding and supporting you. Right here, this present moment, you recognize that you are intertwined with this powerful vibrational energy where limitless possibilities keep bubbling within and all around you. Take a few minutes and think of what you desire the most right now. Ask yourself, will the intent of your choice serve you for your highest good? Will it hurt you or anyone? Will it hurt the world? Will it hurt the universe? If your answer is a clear yes, that it will serve you to your highest good, and a clear no to the other questions, You are now allowing yourself to experience the freedom to choose what is right for you. Feel the freedom and peace of mind it brings. Remember it, love it, and most of all, practice it. I now invite you to place your left hand on your heart, gently and lovingly. Open your heart space. Feel the blood pulsating with every heartbeat, with a sense of freedom as it travels confidently and harmoniously along its journey. This bloodstream represents the spiritual flow of life, pure and perfect. Feel the warmth and comforting energy of love, forgiveness, and the deepest respect you have for yourself and others. Feel that energy flowing through you as you then tell yourself firmly that you have a right to choose anything you desire, just like everyone. In your mind's eye, let go of all the regrets and the old choices that did not serve you at the time. See them instead as buckets filled with gold glittering in the sunlight. They could be gold nuggets ready for you to explore and rebuild to your unique specification. It is your personal choice, as there is no right or wrong. I now invite you to gently open your eyes and relax as we have come to an end of the meditation. Namaste. Something is not right.
In this moment, I choose joy. In this moment, I choose joy. In this moment, I choose joy. I choose joy. In this moment, I choose peace. In this moment, I choose peace. In this moment, I choose peace. I choose peace. And the point of power is in this moment now. And the point of power is in this moment now. In this moment, I choose love. In this moment, I choose love. In this moment, I choose love. I choose love. And the point of power is in this moment now. And the point of power is in this moment now.
Wow. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much.
It's my
And
pleasure.
Hester, thank you for that beautiful meditation as well. All right, Hester, shall we chat? Shall we
Yes,
chat about
I think we can finally
choice?
do that. Mm.
Wonderful. So you talked in your meditation a little bit about choices that maybe haven't served you that came from outside of you. How about your best choices?
Well, that was before I came across our philosophy.
Yes, it certainly does have a
Yeah,
way of changing us, doesn't it? And
yeah,
how
it certainly
it
does.
changes our choices.
Yes,
Yes. So tell me
because for
a
the
little bit about your best choice, the best choice and how you're living that right now since you've been in this philosophy. How's that showed
Mhm.
up for you?
Oh, that shows up in many ways. I'm happier. Right now, I'm in the island of St. Lucia because that's my birthplace, and I'm enjoying mm, the wonders of the world right here. I am enjoying the formation of the island. I'm enjoying, I see the beauty in everything. It makes it so much easier now because there's a lot going, things that are not what I would need in my life. But at the same time, I can understand and see and feel what's happening and why it's happening. And I feel very relaxed in this, So these are the ways that I think the philosophy has taught me, it has taught me to, to see things as they truly are, not things that I, wish to see, or hope to see. So, so these are the choices that I do. I think about it more. I do not allow people to impress upon me their choices. I don't allow that to happen. That was a terrible thing that I used to do because I was so busy. I was a single mom, busy working. And so I never really had the time to think about what I'm going to be doing next. It just happens.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
And when it happens that way, there's so many things happening because it's not really what you want. So you have to fix it and run all over the place. That's what I mean about fire, the fire, mountain fire, extinguishing fire, that's what I mean. Because somebody tells you to do it that way, another one tells you to do it that way, and you don't get to do it your way. So what do you have except chaos? So I lived in that until my blood pressure started going up,
Was that the wake-up call for you?
So
was that would change?
It was not even a wake-up call because my parents suffered from it. So I thought, well, it was a natural thing. It was a natural thing. But as I said, the philosophy has opened my eyes and made me realize that it didn't have to be. If I slow down and take my time and see things my way and work it out, the outcome would be better, I'm sure. So I'm working on that right now.
Excellent. Do you have a choice that's you're most proud of that maybe you could share, like a moment? You know how we all have those moments in our life where we just make a different choice, we pivot, we go in a new direction. Do you have one of those that maybe you could share?
My God, maybe I can say that one of the clear choice that I made that I'm happy with is the day that I was walking along Queen Street in Toronto, and I saw the sign "Spiritual Living," and then I decided to check it out because, for whatever reason, I decided to look into it because I tried all other religions and it didn't seem to work. So I decided I'm going to do it that way. So I went there the first day, and I never turned back. So the reason why I will always say this choice because nobody influenced me. Nobody said this is the right place to be. Nobody. I made that choice on my own, and it has served me very well for the past few years.
I made a similar choice, a different area of the world, but a very similar choice to walk into a center for science of mind, and completely changed my life. I could say that's one of the best choices I ever made.
Exactly. Now you know how I feel.
Yes,
and that's what
everything else
I
comes
like.
from that. Yes.
Exactly.
So what is a statement, having the freedom to choose the life you desire, mean to you? What is it? What is choice and freedom? How do those play together?
Well, to me, when I do something with that freedom, I feel it's my truth and I stand behind it 100%. So that's how I know that choice is the right choice. To me, it's really standing in truth, really standing on who you are. And that's the ingredients, the highest ingredients I can use when I'm making that choice.
The freedom to be our authentic selves. Yes.
And that is.
Yes, absolutely.
Mhm.
So I know you touched on our affirmation a little earlier, but would you like to say it again for everybody? And maybe we can
Sure.
invite them, we'll say it twice and invite everybody at home to say it with us a second time.
Mhm. Okay. So I'll say it. I stand in the freedom to choose the life I desire.
So if you're at home, stand up. Stand up and join us.
Exactly.
All right.
Well,
I
yeah.
stand in the
Stand in
freedom
the
to
freedom to
choose
choose
the
the
life
life I
I
desire.
desire. Woohoo. That is a great affirmation. And
It
thank you
is.
so much for sharing your journey with us.
No, you're
It
welcome.
really is a little bit of a before and after glimpse, which is wonderful to let people know how much we can choose again. Always, we're always at
Always.
choice, always, in every
For
single
sure.
moment. So thank you, Hester, and we'll
You're
see you
welcome.
again a little bit later.
Yes, we will. Okay.
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 Take care.
Bye-bye. Namaste.
Oh, namaste.
Mhm.
So let me ask you this, everyone at home. What did you choose today? Did you choose? Did you choose consciously? Because here's the thing about choice. Sometimes we're not really conscious that we have a choice. And if we're not conscious, if we're not aware that we're choosing, then life kind of chooses us. Our path ends up being meandering at best. And maybe we haven't always chose a specific direction. And I'll speak for myself. There has been times in my life, oh my goodness, I have just meandered in circles. I shared a little bit last week about my journey and how I've experienced agoraphobia for 15 years, which is basically, I'll say fear of everything, but really, I think technically it's fear of the outside. So it confined me for a long time, and I had a very small circle, and I didn't really understand that I had choice in that. For me, I felt like it was happening to me. It was something that was outside of my control, coming from the inside, from the outside in. And then one day I suddenly got curious. And I think curiosity is the gateway to choice. When we start to ask questions, when we start to wonder, what if? What if? So I'm going to ask you right now to take a breath and ask that question of yourself, but don't answer it too quick. Just let there be a little heartbeat. Take a deep breath and ask, what if? And just notice what showed up. What direction did it take you in? Did it take you in an expansive direction? Or did it take you into maybe a little more closed down direction? Did it open the space or close the space? And it's a good thing to notice what we put after what if. Because what if can kind of go either way, can it? Sometimes our default setting is to go to what if things don't work out? Oh my God, what if I don't have what it takes? What if I show up here tonight at Global True Center Toronto and I just look at y'all or look at the camera and freeze? What if? Or what if I show up tonight and I feel your love and your presence, and I feel as if I've expanded my spiritual family tree? You see how I could talk myself in either direction? So, what if has the power to stop us in our tracks or to expand our life, depending on what we put after it? And a funny thing happens when we ask what if, when we become curious about what life has to offer us. And maybe we have a big, like something that shows up and calls to us, like, oh, I don't know, being a minister, being a teacher, being something in the world beyond what we've known up until now. Something happens usually, and it's this: our brains have a little spot right about here called an amygdala. And when we get out of our comfort zone, that amygdala goes, ah. Stop. No, 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 no. It's not safe out there. And now I experienced a really dramatic um, view of that with agoraphobia, right? Every time I stepped out of my house, something happened. This just got activated in this cascade of um, chemicals flooded my body and took my breath away, and would sweat and shake and just be a complete mess and certain of death, right? That I was going to just not make it out there. I had to go back inside. But to a lesser extent, that happens no matter what we're up to. We get this little pushback. I'd turn back if I were you. Nah, why do you want to do that? Maybe it's more comfortable to stay here and just keep doing what we've been doing. But the good news is we all experience that when it comes to something new, when stepping out of our comfort zone. And it's not a sign that anything's wrong. As a matter of fact, if you know that no matter what that's going to show up, then you can just greet it at when you begin this new project, this new way of being in the world. You can just greet it and say, "Oh, there you are. I see you. Yep. Okay, I hear you. Thanks for sharing. Nevertheless, I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to keep going forward. I'm going to make the choice to move myself forward." And that is always within our power. We completely control what we think. Now, sometimes it doesn't feel that way. Sometimes it feels like it's outside of us. Somebody has pushed a button. But guess what? They didn't install that button. That button was already there. Otherwise, they couldn't push it. It's always up to us how we react. And do we react or do we respond? Do we take a breath? Do we ask ourselves a question maybe in that moment? For me, when I feel like a button's been pushed, my favorite question to ask is, does this feel familiar? Because usually it does. Usually this is something I have felt before, and it has nothing to do with the other person. It just has to do with some experience I've had in the past. And I don't know about you, but I don't want my past choosing my future. There's some good stuff, yeah, and I take that forward with me, but I want to make my decisions and my choices based on right now, based on knowing who I am and that my mind is creative. I want to be dancing in that field of pure potentiality in every moment. And that's, it takes practice. It really does. That's why we call it spiritual practice. So notice, like, how do you wake up in the morning? What's your first thought? I invite you every day this week when you open your eyes to just notice what your thought is. And where's that thought leading you for the day? How is that thought setting you up for the day? Because every thought is setting a chain of experience into motion. Ernest Holmes said that that's the tendency of our thoughts, and I'd say the tendency of our choices that create our lives. So every thought, every choice is setting a tendency, is in a tendency, and it's setting experience in motion. Is it taking you where you want to go? If it's not, guess what? The good news is you can pivot on a dime. You can at any moment change your mind. You can change your mind. You can change what you focus on. Now, there's a little secret that I got somewhere throughout this teaching that someone said, just simply change the focus of your attention. Oh my God, that felt so much easier than changing my thinking. Because here's the thing, when I try to change my thinking, I'm still focusing on the thing I'm thinking about that I didn't really want to think about in the first place, because now I'm like focused on changing it. And that just makes me crazy. So now it's like, oh, let me just shift my attention. Let me just shift my attention to a more interesting conversation. My friend Rick Tamlin always says our lives are created by the conversations we're having, both internally or externally. So it's good to notice our conversations. What do you talk about with your friends, with your family? What are the conversations you're having in your own head as you go throughout your day? Just notice them and then ask yourself, Is that an interesting conversation? Is that a conversation I really want creating my life? If it's not, choose a different conversation. Now, I'm making it sound super easy. Mm, it's not always super easy. It takes coming back to it over and over again, but it's also not hard. It's just a decision. It's just a choice. I will practice this. And then one day, I promise, you wake up and you suddenly go, oh, wait a minute. Just like Hester talked about, my life has completely changed. I am sitting on an island somewhere in this beautiful place. I am sitting in a home that I love. I am sitting in a relationship that I love. I am not worried about anything. Life is good, and everything beyond this is just gravy. That happened to me from a place of total despair to a place of contentment and love and purpose and spaciousness and the ability to play in that field of potentiality because I chose to continue to practice, to make it my mission to work on building those new synaptic connections and continually point myself in the direction I wanted to go, that I chose. And I still continue to pivot. It's not over. It's a never-ending journey. So you can begin right where you are. That's the good news. It can always get better no matter where you are. So I invite you to start today and to pay attention to the choices you made today and the choices you will make tomorrow. Every little choice matters. Sometimes we think they don't, but they do. I remember a friend of mine went to a concert. I think it was a country Western concert. And she came back and she said, and I'll never forget this, even though it was over 20 years ago, it stuck with me. She said, I looked up on that stage at these, it was two people singing. I looked up on the stage, and these two incredibly beautiful people, like just obviously spent a lot of time in the gym. They performed beautifully. They sang, they danced, they put on an incredible show. And she said, I imagined how many thousands of tiny little decisions it took, how many choices they had to make to get them to that stage and that level of performance, how many times they chose to put the cookie down, right? How many times they chose to get up and go practice their dance or take a voice lesson or guitar lesson. Like Pierre, I'm sure he's made many choices on his musical journey that have brought him to the level of expertise and excellence that he's at right now. That was a choice to do that, to pursue joy, as his song said. Today I choose joy. That's always, always a choice. It's interesting. I had a conversation also with my prayer partner the other day, and we were talking about how life sometimes, you know, throws us a little turn, unexpected turn shows up. And maybe we end up going off in a different direction that we didn't see coming. And she said, that's happened to me. But here's the thing, I am here by choice and for love. And boy, did I adopt that, for choice and by love. Everywhere I am, everywhere I interact, I am there by choice and for love, for the love of my life, for the love of everybody in my life, for the love of this teaching. Every choice I make is to be in alignment, to be tuned into the highest vibration I can in that moment. And my best looks different on every day, right? Some days may not look as good as other days, and that's okay, because I'm at choice whether or not to beat myself up or to accept where I'm at and be good with it and take a breath. And maybe look around and see, what is there for me to see here today? What's showing up for me? What little thing is bubbling up from my unconscious and saying, hello, here I am. You might want to notice me. Because it's only when we see how we have things wired, how we've made choices up until now, that we really have the freedom to choose something new. So we have a lot going on below the surface, right? So much that is running the show that we're really not aware of. And one of the ways we can become aware is by curiosity, by asking good questions and just noticing where we are. And my hope for you today, no, what I know for you today is wherever you're sitting in this moment, you're going to look around and you're going to see life is good. Life is good in this moment. And there's only better coming. That's what I know for each one of you. I'm going to thank you so much for spending time with me today. And I've enjoyed spending time with you tremendously. Namaste. I think it is time for donations. Oh my goodness. Well, I just know that money is energy. It is love. It is a way to give a little bit, as the song said in the beginning, give a little bit of love. If you'd like to, you can send an e-transfer to info@globaltruthcentertoronto.com. We also have a PayPal account. If you're outside of the country and would like to support this center, yes, it's the law of circulation. I just invite you to jump into that circulation and let it go. And I also want to remind you that keep checking back on our website. We are going to have new class being posted very soon. We're not quite ready to announce it, but it is definitely coming up. And so Hester, Pierre, thank you both. It was so much fun playing with you today. I can't wait to come back. Thank you, Carrie and Nick, for all the tech support. That is a job. You do not get to be on screen, but just trust me, without them, none of this happens. So thank you both very, very much. And thank everyone out there for bringing your consciousness to this community and for connecting with us today. We appreciate you. And Pierre, take us home.
Okay. If you know this at home, sing along. It's called I'm Yours. Well, you dawned on me, and you bet I felt it. I tried to be chill, but you're so hot that I melted. I fell right through the glass, and now I'm trying to get back. Before the cool done run out, I'll be giving it my bestest. Nothing's gonna stop me but divine intervention. I reckon it's again my turn to win some or learn some, but I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. Well, open up your mind and see like me. Open up your plans and damn, you're free. Look into your heart and you'll find love, 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 love. Listen to the music of the moment, people dance and sing. We're just one big family, and it's our God-given right to be love, 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 love. So I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm sure there's no need to complicate. Our time is short. This is our fate. I'm yours. I've been spending way too long checking my tongue out in the mirror and bending over backwards just to try to see it clearer. My breath fogged up the glass, so I knew I'd do a face and laugh. I guess what I'm a-saying is there ain't no better reasons to rid yourselves of vanities and just go with the seasons. It's what we aim to do. Our name is our virtue, but I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm sure there's no need to complicate. Our time is short. This is our fate. I'm yours. Well, open up your mind and see like me. Open up your plans and damn, you're free. Look into your heart and you'll find that the sky is yours. Please don't, please don't, please don't. There's no need to complicate, 'cause our time is short. This is our fate. I'm yours.
Woohoo! All right, everyone. Don't hesitate to have an amazing, amazing week. Thank you again for being with us. Namaste.